Ms. Sharman, I want to go back to the time when you first asked for the loan. Did I hear you say that it was for 3 payments for your RV?
Yes.
And this RV is something that was your home?
Yeah.
And
I have it on my property.
were you being threatened with eviction?
Yes.
So
Not eviction. They were going to pick it up. The bank was going to take it back.
So you were desperate and needed help?
Yes.
And let's go back to the text that you sent to let your friend here know about that. Page 7 on the plaintiff's evidence. So you text Marcia and say, I have a huge offer to ask of you. This just happened last night. My money was taken from the courts in my bank account. I need $2,000. If I borrowed it from you, I'd give you title to my truck and $500 for loaning. And then you go on to say, on the next section, I'm in trouble and they are taking my trailer next week. You really were desperate.
I was.
And you looked to help from your friend.
I did.
Even before you drafted the contract, you offered those terms?
I did.
And she was there to help you out?
Yes.
I want to know how we got to, I think, your last text to her, page 14. Nice. I paid you some back and I was working. Now, when you say you paid her some back, you paid her $200?
I paid her, we were down to $1,750.
Well, a lot of the money that was reduced was her efforts to try and reduce it by taking off the friend fee and taking off money for clothes that you had lent her.
That's what she says.
But you say to her, nice, I paid you some back and I was working on getting you more. I'm drowning right now. Send you will get paid. I just won't put you priority as I would have if you were not such a and then you use a word that no woman wants to be called.
Yes.
That's how you end it, from begging this woman to help you out to avoid being evicted. We end with you calling her a you know.
Yes.
How do we get there?
I was called a parasite. She brought in my boyfriend and why he was, oh, yeah. I think I have that in
But
here.
on say, what was the crux of it, that you thought she was harassing you by threatening to take the car that you
Yeah,
had
that
offered as collateral?
and sending those men to my house that I didn't, they were from a certain town that they were not good people. That
Well, you're shaking your head over.
I don't know any men that are bad in
She sent a hit squad over to your house?
Yeah, they were. They were drug dealers, and that's what she was going to threaten.
Did they try and sell you drugs, or?
Huh?
What did they do? They tried to sell you drugs?
They were her friends, not mine.
Well, why do you
They're
call
not
them
my
drug dealers?
friends.
Because I heard who they were. That's
She
I've
sent
heard
some
around.
drug dealers over to your house?
She was going to, yeah. She told me I was
no, she was
threatened.
going to, or she did?
I don't even know if they showed up or not. I was scared. I was scared every night that I was going to get someone knocking on my door. I live by myself upstairs on my house.
She was communicating directly with you.
No.
Well, we have the text messages asking you for money.
There's a lot of text messaging missing that she wasn't so... I want to save face for her. If I would have shown you all the messages, I would look...
We're all ears. We'd love to see those.
Yeah,
Oh, you
well,
don't have-
I didn't...
don't
They're probably on my phone, but I didn't want to bring that into court. I thought that was pretty low of me to do that, so I
But the
didn't.
drug dealers? Mm-hmm. You thought you'd bring that up?
Yeah,
She sent
now I
drug
will
dealers, yeah.
because, yeah, she...
Ms.
a lot of things.
You should have the opportunity to respond. Did you, Ms. Robeson, ever send drug dealers to her house for some purpose?
I never did send anybody but myself to her house to confront about the money.
Okay. I'm going to open this up.
Okay.
Your text messages, you don't sound like anybody who's afraid. At all.
To 2 men that, yeah.
I mean, you talked to her in caps the whole time. All the other expletives, and none of the text messages I read that came from her to you had anything close to that.
Of course
so,
not.
just have to say that.
I'm through.
The parties are excused while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've reached a verdict with the dissent. We all agreed that there was liability here. There was a contract. It was signed by you, Ms. Sharman, to pay Ms. Robeson back. However, Judge Juarez would have awarded you, Ms. Robeson, less because she believes that it's excessive interest. Judge Mincer and I disagreed, and majority rules in this court. So the verdict is in favor of you for the amount that you're requesting, $1,825. And not sure where this friendship goes from here. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. She gave a thumbs down. All right, so the verdict of this court is in favor of you, Ms. Robeson, for $1,825. We're also going to be ordering you to return the title back to the defendant. All right, that's the verdict of the court.